What's going on, guys? So today I'm gonna be talking about OT ETF and why this ETF might be the most well-known ETF in the next decade. I'll be honest, I feel like the OT would be the next QQQ for weekly dividend payers. Again, this is not financial advice, but I'm someone that has extensive time in the markets, and I could see a banger when it happens. So basically, OT ETF, for those that don't know, is the yield max ETF cover call strategy. Basically, a mix of large cap, mid cap, small cap companies in a single ETF. And basically, those that have been investing in it notice that after several months of it declining, 5.80, which was its first bottom, right? It started to go up to 660 around there, almost hitting $7. And so basically, now year to date, this ETF went down around the beginning of August, because we know the months of August, September are usually choppy. But right now, the ETF is starting to go up as the market is starting to recuperate, right? With the news of interest rates starting to come down, the expectance of interest rates to start to come down. So basically, I'm making this video to create awareness of those that want to create income for themselves and how to do it. OT ETF, basically, as of right now, has become very stable around the $5 mark. Could it go down more? Yes, if the market continues to go down. But if the market continues to goes up, right now might be a good opportunity to start buying some shares, right? And not only this, what I noticed previously around last week, the at midnight, right? Sometimes they change. Yield Max usually changes the stocks in their portfolio, and sometimes if you pay attention to it, you go on stocks like you go on apps like Robinhood, you would see that it declines and then it goes up. Usually happens also when the day the ex dividend day, this happens as well. And so what I noticed is around 11 o'clock p.m., the stock went down tremendously, and it went down to like $4.80. Was just trying to buy at that time, actually, to be honest, because it was a tremendous opportunity. Unfortunately, my order didn't kick in, but and then it went back up to all the way to 540. What this shows you, when things like this show you, is that that the stock is being manipulated, but it has heavy interest, right? Not only this, the market cap was around, when this happened, was around about $2.80 billion. And after that dip occurred, within a few hours, this went up to about 3.2 billion. This tells you that investors, big money, mostly likely institutions, are piling in slowly. Also, one way you can also check the interest is just looking at the option strategies. You check the volume on OLTY, it's almost as if it was Misty, right? MSTR. Like the option strategies, like the volume and the open interest is insane, for a weekly dividend paying ETF. And this is how I know this ETF is most likely here to stay here for a very long time, and actually grow. One thing that you guys should know is that a lot of these companies that they start out, the reason why they, the NAV situation and stuff like that, it's for them to make a profit, man. They can't just like have investors just sit on their money and just allow it to collect. This is why they tell you so often that you should be buying into these ETFs, right? It's because they have to make their money. This is just simple as that. So they can't make it as easy as, everybody wants it, right? They need to make investors that are novice investors to sell, because that's how they profit. Remember, they make money off of that. Every time you sell, they make money. And so, yeah, this is, basically I'm making this video so you guys know that, this is actually a good ETF. You just have to know how to invest with it, right? And you can make some good money, have some good money coming in. And just a quick way to use this, I would say no more than 1% in your portfolio. And you want to have as well, right? If the NAV declines, but you have income, have some good growth stocks in that same portfolio. So this way, as the NAV and OT goes down, your portfolio is still going up, right? If you're not an individual stock picker, I would recommend you investing in QQQ, right? So QQQ over time, or the SPY or VOO, right? We see that over time it goes up, right? So let's say the NAV and OT is going down, but you're collecting dividends, right? And you're putting those dividends onto the side, not reinvesting them. That's one thing I do not recommend. Do not reinvest the dividends right away. You should only really invest those dividends anytime there's a, a big pullback in the market, or as a stock market crash. That's when you should buy in heavy, right? And buy in heavy, and then sell the profit, and then keep enough amount of of a certain amount of shares that you want, that you feel comfortable with, just in case the market pulls back again. And this is how you do it, right? One thing that you have to know is, like, if you look at the ETF ticker symbol, you're gonna see it says UMax strategy, right? So these ETFs, I think people like a little unaware of this. These ETFs are used to have a strategy with. Every UMax ETF, you're gonna see that it says strategy, right? It's because you have to have a strategy. That's why it's called that. All right, either it be Tesla, as you can see Tesla UMax ETF strategy. It's for you to have a strategy with those to keep it in your portfolio. And I guess people aren't aware of this, and then they say, oh, I'm losing money. No, the reason why you're losing money is because you don't have a strategy. And you have to know how much of it you should have in your portfolio. The problem is, a lot of people put too much money into these ETFs, and then when it starts to come down unexpectedly for whatever reason, it's like, oh, I lost all this money. No, it's just you're playing your cards wrong. You actually have to know how to get in and get out in these ETFs, right? And so, yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, if you like content like this, remember to comment, like, and subscribe. If you want me to do videos in regards to how you have to play these, comment below, subscribe, share this content, guys. I'm giving this game for free. Like, I want to give you guys game for free, and anything, life, investing. You know what I'm saying? As I'm a person that made it at an early age. You know what I'm saying? And I want to give everybody the game in order for them to evolve and grow. Yeah. So remember, guys, comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.